The Alabama legislature looked like it might begin its 2020 session by dealing with something serious, like our decrepit prison conditions or why everybody has to drive to Georgia to buy their lottery tickets. But no sooner had the Senate gavelled in than it passed a resolution recognizing the real problem in Alabama: porn.
Oh yeah, waste my time.
More than 300,000 working Alabamians can't afford health insurance because this state still stubbornly refuses to expand Medicaid. And we've long ago quit counting how many billions of federal dollars we've already turned away. Money we could use to support rural hospitals and solve most of the problems that I've just mentioned. But right after the Senate passed this silly porn resolution, State Senate Pro Tem Del Marsh told reporters that his party is not in the mood to talk about Medicaid expansion.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
When everything breaks at the seams and you feel like you're losing belief. Well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong when it all falls apart and goes wrong. When you feel let down and so lost and it feels like you can't hold on. Well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong, 'cause sometimes things go wrong and one day everything's gone, but you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong.
Well, now you can add Alabama to the list of age verification laws that are trying to be pushed here in the U.S., or as I call it, just pure censorship. People don't realize the danger that age verification laws are going to cause. We've already seen, we reported last week about what happened with CCleaner, basically that this is a product that, you know, is supposed to clean up your computer, but meanwhile it was hacked and customer information was withdrawn from there. Who knows what it'll be used for? You know, most likely it'll be sold to other people to be used illegally to gain credit. You know, your credit rating will be messed up. Your identity will be messed up. But, you know, you got people like this on both sides of the aisle that are going to push this in the, how can we put this, in the biblical sense, you know, because they don't understand there is a separation between church and state in this country, and they're going to push their biblical worldview because they don't want, you know, they don't want pornography out there. But, you know, you got to sit there and ask them, what do you consider pornography, really? And you'll be surprised at some of the things you hear. But let's read into this directly. You know, let's get into this. This is directly from Gustav Turner. Again, hat tip to Gustav on there over at XBiz. Biblically inspired Alabama legislator to introduce copycat anti-porn legislation. And you notice, copycat. They can't make their own. They got to take another law, bring that into the fold to the situation. What they don't realize is that this is going to be the same fight from state to state to state, and you know, Free Speech Coalition is going to jump right into this and get this expunged. A religious conservative lawmaker in Alabama revealed Monday that she intends to introduce a copycat age verification bill as soon as the state legislature 2024 session begins. State Representative Susan Du Bois, who prior to being elected declared to be Birmingham's Christian Family magazine that her biblical worldview would guide her decision-making, told Alabama Daily News that her version of other Republican majority stake age verification laws will be a porn ID law. Now, the thing about it is here, she's saying, well, it's a biblical worldview. No. You are sent there to represent the people of your community. That includes the non-Christians. You can't sit there and say, well, I'm going to put the biblical worldview into my politics. No, that's, you know, you're pushing, like what happens in Utah. You're putting more religious than separation of religion and state. You know, you're going against that, and that, you know, is not good. Du Bois said her bill will be similar to a bill approved this year by Louisiana lawmakers, which would fine pornographic websites up to $5,000 a day for not verifying the age of its users through the process that requires the submission of photo ID. Section 230, gotta mention that, because some of these companies are here in the U.S. As Express has been reporting, the legal conservative anti-porn crusaders have admitted that the state-by-state age verification laws are merely a stepping stone in an organized effort to ban all adult content online. Remember that. And revive obscenity prosecutions. In other words, they want to get rid of the Miller's test. They want to go back to a time when George Carlin and many others were getting arrested on a constant basis for basically their views, their comedy, their movies. Remember that. There was a time that they went after regular movies, porn, comedians at the time, you know, in the history of this country. You know, we go back to the laws in Hollywood on there, where basically, you know, you had laws that you said you can't have homosexuality in your movies, you can't have drug use, you can't have this, you can't have that, you know, and that went on for many years until the Supreme Court deemed the Hays Code basically, you know, nil, and basically that rose the MPAA, which now the MPAA needs to go as well. Du Bois, however, claimed to have been motivated by speaking to parents and grandparents concerning about their 10 to 12-year-old boys because they are so engaged in their computers, and asserted that most children in that age group have already seen porn on the internet. Now, let me ask you a question, Mr. Du Bois. Do you know where they seen it at? Could have been Facebook? Are you going after Facebook? Not right now. If you go to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's cyber tip hotline, you would find out that basically Facebook has had millions of calls about pornography, child abuse, child trafficking on their sites, more than pornographic sites. Let's continue on. It is damaging and addictive to a young mind, said Du Bois before entering politics. Was a homemaker with no scientific background in mental health or brain science. Exactly. Du Bois also stated without providing evidence that access to online adult material is one reason we need to see many females thinking that they are transgender. She told Alabama Daily News that she will also reintroduce the Transphobic What is a Woman Act, which would legally codify the definitions of men and women, basically sold on biological sex determined at birth. My faith impacts everything in life, she told the Birmingham Christian Family magazine in 2022. It is the moral compass. It gives me strength to make the right choices when so much of the world is pulling in the other direction. Every type of decision that you make, you can go back to the Bible and answer there.
I don't say homosexuality is an abomination, Mr. President. The Bible does.
Yes, it does. Leviticus
18:22.
chapter and verse. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions while I had you here. I'm interested in selling my youngest daughter into slavery, as sanctioned in Exodus 21:7. She's a Georgetown sophomore, speaks fluent Italian, always cleared the table when it was her turn. What would a good price for her be? While thinking about that, can I ask another? My chief of staff, Leo McGarry, insists on working on the Sabbath. Exodus 35:2 clearly says he should be put to death. Am I morally obligated to kill him myself, or is it okay to call the police?
Conservative politicians, Senator Arthur Orr told the Alabama Daily News that he's working on a parallel project in the Senate. Just like young people are prohibited from purchasing pornographic magazines in retail stores, they shouldn't be able to access it online or said, and currently we have no prohibitions in effect to prohibit such activity. No, we don't have to have laws. We have software. We have software. We don't need government intervention when it comes to this. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you out there who have children, if you haven't realized this, your antivirus, if you have the home edition, I would recommend getting the major, get everything you can out of your antivirus, because there are package plans that you pay yearly, every year to update onto the situation. Basically, you want to use this section of it, and it shows you. Just type in the website and hit block. How easy is that? And here's the other half of it. Sit with your child. Take a moment. There used to be a time that we used to say the birds and the bees. Talk about the birds and the bees. When it's time, they are in your mind, you the parent, consider that they're old enough to be talked about these things. But also talk about what they doing online situation. See, this is the situation that it just keeps, it's a repeat. It's a continuous repeat. We've seen, and I've talked about this before, this is the same thing in the 1990s. Legislators have gone after the music. They've gone after the TV violence, the movie violence, the video games and all that. You go back to Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
This attack was contained in an article written by Tipper Gore, which was given the form of a full page in my hometown newspaper on Long Island. In this article, Ms. Gore claimed that one of my songs, Under the Blade, had lyrics encouraging sadomasochism, bondage, and rape. The lyrics she quoted have absolutely nothing to do with these topics. On the contrary, the words in question are about surgery and the fear that it instills in people. Furthermore, the reader of this article is led to believe that the three lines she quotes go together in the song, when, as you can see from reading the lyrics, the first two lines she cites are an edited phrase from the second verse, and the third line is a misquote of a line from the chorus. That the writer could misquote me is curious, since we make it a point to print all our lyrics on the inner sleeve of every album. As the creator of Under the Blade, I can say categorically that the only sadomasochism, bondage, and rape in this song is in the mind of Ms. Gore.
And if you take a moment, see his speech in front of Al Gore and many others, talking about the industry itself, getting questioned by the Senate subcommittee, and they thought that they had this situation wrapped up, where basically, they saw Dee, the way he was dressed, that he came in, like when you saw other singer-songwriters come in, they were dressed in suits, and they came in, they were proper. Dee came in dressed down, jean jacket and everything like that, and they thought, look, this is what we're talking about, and Dee threw them under a bus. Because there were many lies. There were many lies. For example, there was one lie, and I remember this, that Twisted Sister had a T-shirt with a half-naked girl on it. There is nothing in the Twisted Sister lineup in that time period that T-shirt that Al Gore's wife was mentioning existed. Dee Snider was a Christian himself. There are certain things that he would not put on his album covers or sing about to that situation. This is the thought patterns that they have in Washington, that, all this evil because of the way they look, because of what it is, has to go. No, folks, these politicians have to go. Vote these people out. There is room for porn in our world, and it has been there for many years. Why drive it back underground once again? Because if you drive it back underground, that's where basically the cartels, the illegal, you know, you drive back these girls back to people, these men, these women that work in the industry, back to the people that they moved away from. Like the sex workers, you know, you talk about prostitution and all that, like in Spain, you know, they want to remove the legality of prostitution in Spain, but that's going to send them back to the pimps. Understand, nobody's forcing anyone to watch porn. Nobody. Yes, there are algorithms out there. You got to change the algorithms if you don't want these to be shown as on there, unless they're actually looking for it. This is the mentality that all these people have. It's like, oh, my kid, he's watching porn. Yeah, but it's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's on TikTok. It's on Twitter. It's not the porn sites that are showing this. This is social media. It has to be curbed there. Do they need to show it on there? Yeah, there, you know, basically there's some section 230 to that situation. But understand, note what your child is signed up for, what he's looking at. You know, you can block some of this stuff. And you can block on Facebook, on all these, you can block the porn too. You just got to know how to do it. There are ways of clipping on things that says, I don't want to see this. And it does remember that from the algorithm. But, you know, these people, they'll say, hey, this guy is crazy to talk about this. You know, he doesn't know. Hey, listen, I'm a Christian and a madman with the show.
Thanks for watching. Before you go, please comment, like, and share this video. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe as this helps the reach of our channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have that ability to help support this and many other channels. Especially now more than ever since the passing of a new law in the United Kingdom that will diminish the reach of many channels and affect our advertisers. If you wish to help grow this channel by financial support, you have two ways. There are two links in the description below. The first will send you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will send you to our gear store where you can purchase t-shirt, mugs, and other specialty items. Any additional discounts will be listed on the main page. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.